Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is episode
Oh my God. Number what?
number 7.
Number
7.
7.
Oh, what does that number mean? What does the number 7 mean?
Completion?
I know
Is it
8's completion, ain't it? I don't know. We gotta look that up. Somebody gotta look that up. What does number 7 mean? But anyway, I've been sitting here with one of my best friends who we are really sisters. We've been knowing each other since we were like itty bitty, maybe
Itty
5.
bitty. Yeah, I know, right?
And
Blacksburg.
yeah, we're both from the small town of Blacksburg, South Carolina. And I don't know, it's hard to introduce somebody that you've known your whole entire life. You know what I mean?
Right.
So hard, and I wanna honor you and respect you for who you are, not just being my friend and my sister, but being this phenomenal pillar in the community. And that's what you are, and who you are. And so we'll talk about that. We'll let everybody know who you are and what you do. And oh, it's just so much. And we've already been like chit-chatting for about an hour.
About an hour,
yeah,
right.
about an hour now. We've just been going and going and going. And I'm like, okay, this is supposed to be a podcast. So let me hit record so we can start recording some of this stuff.
Right.
Excuse me. So I have the privilege and I have the honor to have my girlfriend here, my sister here, Catrina Smith. Welcome, Catrina.
You saying all of that? That is hard when you're sisters.
I know. Catrina is an author. Man, she's a nurse. She's an entrepreneur. She's a super duper business owner. She's a boss in her own right. I mean, everything she touched, it turns to gold. She's prosperous in every way. There's just so many sides, so many facets to her. But I wanted to bring her on because, yes, number one, she is a nurse. But not only that, and I don't even think she realized it, but she was a real estate investor before I was a real estate investor.
Really?
I mean, Trina has been a real estate investor whenever you started renting out your property in Blacksburg. Right. That's when you became a real estate investor.
That's right.
Because you no longer live there.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
So technically, she was a real estate investor before I was.
Right.
So there's a lot
by
of
accident.
Things. Yeah,
by accident by me, but it was all God's plan.
All God's plan. So we're gonna get started. I know I like to tell a lot of people, so I invite nurses to come on because not just for the real estate side, because a real estate is just a portion of what we do. Real estate is that passive money. And now that I told you about that, you've been a real estate investor for a long time.
Right.
That's that mailbox money. That's that pillow money, I like to call it, because when your head is on the pillow, you're making money in your sleep. Right.
Speaking of which, this is the 5th, right? No, the 6th.
Today is the 6th. Yeah, it's time to collect them checks. Oh, I'm on it. Yesterday I had to send out some my reminder invoices. I don't mind sending reminders, honey.
I know,
my coins. I need to. So that's just a portion. Being a real estate investor, we know that's just a portion of what you do. Not even a 1% of who you are and what you do. So, but I want to show other nurses and other people in general. It's just because we're nurses and that's my tribe. I just happen to be, attracted to nurses. They're attracted to me. We've been nurses for how long? 27 years?
27 years.
27 years. We've been nurses. So, why wouldn't we have that, that's our tribe.
Right.
So, but we, the things we do, we want everybody to know about it. We try to help everybody, not just nurses. So we're going to get into that. I know this introduction was all over the place, but y'all get where we're going. So the first thing I want to do is say thank you for taking time out of your business.
You're welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely, you're welcome. And I don't know if you know this, no, you don't know this. So on the 10th episode, I'm bringing all the people who have done an episode with me. We're all going to be on the same Zoom.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So
as much as I talk.
But you know how powerful that's going to be?
Right. That's going to be great.
Oh my God. That thing right there is going to be, ooh, that might be a conference all in itself.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a conference. You're right.
Yes.
You're right. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So
on the 10th. So this is number 7.
This is number 7. So we got 8 and number 9. We got 2 more
Mhm.
guests, and then number 10, episode 10, we're bringing the past 9 guests all together for episode 10. This is gonna be
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah.
yes, we're gonna do a panel discussion. It is going to be lit.
Yes. Good
So
stuff.
Trina, tell number 1, let everybody know who you are and what you do.
Okay, everybody. Hello, and thank you for that great introduction. I'm over here. I'm bashful now.
Oh,
You
don't
know.
be bashful.
But I am, as Tasha said, I'm Catrina Smith. Tasha and I, like she said, she's already done the introduction where we go way back. So this is kind of cool. And that's probably why we're probably going to be all over the place because of so many memories and experiences, first experiences actually. But I'm Catrina. I actually am the CEO and the founder of Angelic Services. In Angelic Services, we actually provide in-home care and we have adult daycare. So I've worked as a nurse, like Tasha said, probably about 27 years. Most of it has been long-term care. I've always had a genuine love for people with Alzheimer's, with Alzheimer's, with elderly. So of course, that's where I was led back to. And that's what I love to do. Each and every day. I'm still, active in the adult daycare. You can look on the website, the Angelic Services, hc.net. That's where you can see all about our adult daycare and our in-home services. But that's what I do. And that's what I do each and every day. Did I cover everything? I am the CEO and author. I wrote a book this year. Wow.
Tell us
about that. I would have written a book.
tell us about that book.
About my book.
Yeah.
Okay. The book is From Bare to Barely There. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little snippet about that title because a lot of people are like, from bare to barely there. Okay, I call it #B2BT. And I have a page, so you can go and look at, from bare to barely there.com.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about trying to give links and stuff. I'm gonna post all your links, everything, all your hashtags. They're gonna know where to find you. They're gonna have your address, boo.
But my story is one, and Tasha knows a lot about my story because we were, of course, we were friends then, but I was very, very, very heavy. I was a very big girl after having children. And I was insulted, embarrassed by my then husband's family member. And he called me a big black bear. And that was just at the time Tasha was doing hair. I remember I just had my hair done and was feeling good going to this cookout. And this man gonna call me a big black bear in front of the entire in-laws, the whole group of people. I remember grabbing my children and leaving that place, tears, crying. But I promised myself that day that I would never, when I went back, I would be 20-something pounds less. And I was. But what I didn't realize until now, fast forward 20 years later, is that what I had done was started intermittent fasting. And now it's become a lifestyle. So that's what my book is about. It tells you my journey. It tells you how I got there. It tells you about not being confident when I thought that I was being confident. But honey, baby, I'm almost 46 years old and I'm the most confident I think I ever been in life now.
Amen to that.
Yes, but it's been a great journey, but it's something that is so obtainable that a lot of people don't think that they can do. But all of it still goes back to, I had to study it. I had to study the science of it. So as a nurse, I dug in and found what works and, and why it works.
So let me ask you this. So I want to be clear. I want to make sure everybody knows. So you are a nurse, you're CEO of an adult daycare facility.
Yes.
And also an in-home care company, a home health company, right?
Right, that's correct.
Okay, and so, and you're also an author.
Yes.
And you wrote a book about something that you did, which you lost weight, and the way you lost it was through intermittent fasting, and you've kept it off for how long?
2.5 years.
So that
I went from a size 12 to now I'm in a 2.
12 to 2. So that right there alone makes you an expert at losing weight, right? Am I
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
Okay.
absolutely.
So now
absolutely.
so you're an expert at losing weight.
Right.
So now
Right.
you can coach and teach people on how to lose weight
Yes.
safely, because you're a nurse, so you know how to do it safely. You got,
Yes.
you know, with the intermittent fasting, right?
Right.
All
Exactly.
right. So that's number one. Okay, and then number two, you have been a nurse 26, 27 years. So I would say that you're an expert with adult daycare, right?
Oh, absolutely.
How to open adult
Absolutely.
daycare and how to run one, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How long have
Oh,
you
yeah.
how long have you had your adult daycare?
We've had it since 2014.
Okay, so that's
Actually
6 years.
physically have the daycare since 2014.
So that's 6 years.
So yeah, and the thing about our adult daycare and about me with the nursing background is the involvement that I know that it really takes to actually have a successful adult daycare.
Okay.
Adult daycare, you know, you have to, I mean, you have to really have passionate, and you have to have, you know, you have to teach people and guide them, instruct them, you know, and if this is how we do, you know, this is why we're different. Because everybody, you know, I've always said everybody deserves to have a great quality of life. I don't care if you're 115 years old, you know, if you can still do this, even if you can't do this physically, but if you can raise your hands in your mind, then to me, we've connected. And we make so many connections. I mean, you know, you see yourself on my lives where we dance. That's one of the, I mean, we dance, we get down dancing. It ain't no.
Right.
But that brings me joy. So that brings joy to the people that are running the company, because you know you're bringing joy and feeding joy into somebody else's life.
Right. Absolutely. So that's okay. So we got you're an expert over two things right now. So and then the third expertise is I want to say it's a home health agency, right?
It's in-home care, so it's non-medical.
Okay, non-medical. Okay.
Even though I'm a nurse, and you know, we go out and I have a nurse that goes out, you know, as well. It's still considered non-medical. So, but we still go in. We do pretty much. We try to prevent people from having to go into a nursing home prematurely.
Absolutely.
So part of that is if they need assistance with meal preparations, maybe light housekeeping, bathing, grooming, you know, those types of things, we go to their house and do that. You know, take them to the doctor if we need to. We try to be those eyes and ears, because a lot of times, you know, people, you know, we're aging in place, you know, so to speak. But a lot of people, and you know, just as well as I do, nursing homes are filling up. People want to stay at home. They want to stay in a private place. They want that feeling of home. Right. We allow them to still have that feeling of home, you know, while they're receiving, you know, some oversight, you know, a little, you know, some oversight. And sometimes we go above and beyond. Let me tell you this story right quick. One of my caregivers this week, day before yesterday, did CPR on one of the client's dogs. I'm a CPR instructor too. I forgot about that.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. The more we talk, the more people will know. So you are.
Yeah, that ain't a requirement. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, did the dog live?
No.
Oh man.
What I will say, she did hands-on CPR. It was hands-on. No. And you know what? But I'm gonna tell you, the thing about having in-home care and having people like that is this lady in her late 80s. I had this dog forever, and the caregiver. What if that caregiver wouldn't have been there? And I mean, because she went ballistic. The client. I mean, because you know when you're that age, I mean, you know how we are about our babies, our fur babies, and she was hysterical. You know, but we had a home care person that was there that was willing, you know, to try and at least
and save the dog.
So that she didn't, you know, because otherwise she would have been alone with the dog that she didn't know at that time that had passed away. So my caregiver took her. So they went to the vet, you know, and did all the things they had to do. Unfortunately, the baby, you know, the fur baby did not make it. But those are the extra qualities that I like to see in home care.
In home care. Absolutely. So, all right. So CPR, are you a CPR instructor?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, so I am.
See there, you got all kinds of stuff going on. Now, I remember a time where I want to say I was in Florida. So I know it's been 17 years at least that you were, and before you did your own, went out on your own, you were an executive director at like a what? Was it an adult daycare?
An assisted living
facility. So
yeah,
so how many years were you an executive director?
I was an executive director for probably about 7 years. And one of them, I kind of did both. I was the director of nurses / ED of that facility. And then I went on to be an executive director of a 60-bed memory care.
Yeah.
In Greenville. Now, the one in Gaffney, the one in Spartanburg was 100 beds, but it was half assisted living and half memory care.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went on to Greenville to become the executive director of a 60-bed, only Alzheimer's, only dementia, Alzheimer's and related dementias. Okay. So of course I dug in deeper because I always had a niche. I always wanted to know more about Alzheimer's.
Exactly.
So that put me right in there where I needed to be, so I could learn so much more. And I became the dementia care specialist.
See there? See?
So I teach on dementia as well.
So you're an instructor.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? This is the thing that we talked about before we got on, before we started the podcast. I'm like, you don't realize that you don't realize how much knowledge you have and the things that you're an expert at until you start talking about it.
Right.
And when you start to say, oh yeah, I am that. Oh yeah. I thought, oh yeah. Right. So you don't realize, and that's where nurses go, and I hate to say this, but nurses go wrong because they have so much knowledge, and a lot of them are nurses, CPR instructors. A lot, they own their own adult daycares or this or that, and you have to get so many certifications to do this, and it makes you an expert at it, but you don't realize you're an expert at it.
Right.
That's just something we do as nurses, right?
Right.
But where we go wrong is people that come behind us. We've taken this for granted. We've been doing it all our lives, but there are new nurses who want to be where we are.
Right.
And guess what? We don't realize the value that we have. Right. And that's one of the reasons for the whole podcast, because they are out here searching and Googling. And then you got people who are out here saying, oh, I can teach you how to do a home care agency, but they don't have one.
They don't have one. Or they haven't never been that nurse that actually, worked in the home. Now, starting my home care, I worked in the houses now, I did, but it was very short-lived because I was actually working. I was doing both. I was working in homes when I needed to. I was making sure that the clients received the care that we were promising to give, but then I was also working as then I was doing case management. I was doing case management for Humana.
See, and that's another thing. You got case management under your back. So you have all of these things, right?
Right.
So now you're going to have people reaching out because they're going to want to know how you got your home care company going. How do you have your daycare? You've been had your daycare for 6 years. How do you do this? How did you lose weight? How did you keep off, go from a size 12 to a size 2 and you kept it off, you've keeping it off for 2.5 years. People are going to come to you and they're going to want to know this. How did you get a position as an executive director? How did you become this? How did you do this? How did you do that? And I'm going to be honest. When they come to you, you need to have somewhere for them to go. You need to have your information here. Click this button right here and you get this information.
Right.
Click on this, and I done a whole class on it. Click this link and you get the whole class, So I just want people to know, nurses or non-nurses, it doesn't matter, because you don't have to be a nurse to be to own an adult daycare.
Right.
You don't have to be a nurse to own a non-medical home care company. Nope. You don't have to be.
You don't.
You don't have to be a nurse to be an author. You don't have to be a nurse to lose weight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to be able to be, you don't realize how much of a resource you are for people who are trying their hardest to get where you are. And we take it for granted. Every day, because it's something we do. That's who we are. We're giving and taking care of people and going to school because we have to renew our license. We got to take our continuing education. So we're used to just staying in that little loop over there, but we forget about, you know what, we got 27 years of people behind us
Right.
that they want to be there, and they can if we help them.
Right.
So anyway,
and
so
they can skip a lot of what we had to go through because things have changed dramatically.
Absolutely.
Nursing as a whole has changed so much.
I had to fix my seat here. Yeah, absolutely. So nursing's changed. The business has changed.
Right.
You know, case management has changed, you know, from the time we started doing case management to now.
Right.
So
is it rude for me to take this call right quick?
No, it's not rude for you.
Business.
All right, so that's what happens when you're a CEO. Sometimes you got to take a call.
Take a call. Oh my gosh, and that thing was. I was gonna jump out my lap. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. So let's just talk about let's real briefly talk about the real estate side of it. Mm-hmm. So you own the property, right? Mm-hmm. In Blacksburg.
Blacksburg, yes.
And then when you decided to move, then you started leasing out your property.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that property now is paid for.
Oh yeah, it's paid for. I have the deed of the house.
Right. So you own that property. So right. It's cash. Now everything that comes in is all cash flow, right?
All cash flow. Yes, yes. And who would have ever thought? I mean, that, you know, who would have ever thought thunk it, like some people say, you know.
Yeah. So you didn't even think about that.
But now, you know, it is a huge benefit. I mean, that property pays for really my property that I live in now. If you look at it, I mean,
it does.
It pays for it. So
exactly.
And then now, you know, we're gonna move to the next level and let this property pay for the next one.
Exactly.
Because it's the property that I live in now is also an investment. So many people have, and I told you that, you know, come wanting that property. Because it's in Boiling Springs. It's like sitting in a gold mine area.
Prime real estate.
Yeah, prime real estate. So, you know, am I gonna sell it right? No, not right now. We have other plans for it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, we have other plans for it, and you know, then I'll go to the next level.
The next thing, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So excuse me. So you've been a real estate investor probably when did you start leasing out that property?
Oh my goodness. At least has it been 20 years?
I don't know. I've been here 17, almost 18 years now. So
you've been there almost 18 years? So let me see. Chad was more than 9. Yeah, it's been, oh my gosh, it's been over 20 years.
Yeah, see, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, over 20 years.
That's crazy. Yeah, write that down. You've been a real estate investor for over 20. Those are the things that we have, and we just don't even realize it because we're playing so small. You know, nurses are taught to when we became nurses, we were taught to play small. When the doctors walked in the room, you had to get up and give the doctor your chair. Remember that?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Give the doctors our chairs. Yep. If the doctor gave an order, we did it. We didn't question it. Nothing. You know, we were just that was 30 years ago. We were taught different. You know. Right. So mentally, we're having to unravel that and say, no, I'm not playing small. Let me stick my chest out. I'm proud to be a nurse. You know, I'm proud of my accomplishments.
Yes.
So some people have to bring that out of you.
Right.
So you have a lot to be proud of, a lot of accomplishments.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
thank you.
Yeah. So we moving from the next to the next to the next.
Right.
And now that you've done all of this stuff, like, I mean, you are a wealth of knowledge. Like you're basically a walking encyclopedia when it comes to all things. I'm gonna say all things. I wouldn't say elderly, but yeah, all things elderly, you know, elder care, whatever.
Right.
You know all of that. The Alzheimer's. I see your walks. You do it every year for the Alzheimer's, the 5K, is it a 5K walk or something?
Yeah. The walk to end Alzheimer's.
Yeah, the walk to end Alzheimer's. Like you have all this advanced education.
Right.
When it comes to that. You know,
yes, because I've been studying it for so long, and there's so many changes, and it's exciting to see the leaps and the bounds that have been made in Alzheimer's and research, and just help, you know, wanting people, more people. We need more people that are excited about knowing about it, you know, especially in the, you know, in the community, you know, as a whole. Now, one thing that I did leave out that I know is important to somebody that's going to be listening is that, you know, through all of this, but through most of all of this that we are speaking about, I was a single parent. I was a single parent, so
we
with
were.
2 children, right? two children, so, but that didn't stop my grind. That didn't stop, that didn't stop the process. So don't allow, some people allow that to be, I guess, sometimes they allow that to get them off track or to hold them down, being a single parent. But I'm living proof that it still can be done, and even be done well. Both my children are grown, so that's, that is an accomplishment, to have achieved the things that I have, the levels that I have, and still be going. I'm not, this is, like you said, we're ready for next.
The next and the next. Oh yeah. So we know you getting ready to do some other things with your property, and we'll talk about that later. Yeah. So you're going into another business, and it's gonna 10x that property. Yeah. So that's exciting. That's super exciting. You're gonna have multiple tenants and clients under one roof. So that's gonna be exciting. And you'll be able to move that, to feed those clients into your non-medical. You'll be able, you'll be able to do all that.
All of that.
Oh, and you have a transportation company, right?
Yep, we do. We do. We have it's underutilized. I got to push that more. Yes, we can provide transportation to, doctor's appointments. Some people need maybe wheelchair accessible transportation to go to, maybe like during the holidays, they want their parent to come home from, wherever they may be in a nursing home and things like that. So they ask if we'll bring them to their home, for that day, because we have the van with the lift, and we're able to safely get them there. So that is, that's definitely
See, I'm like, how many times do like every time I ask a question, that's another business that she has, and it's
right.
It's a legit business, like
legitimate.
And the reason why I know, because she sent me a referral.
Right.
And she sent a referral to my group home, which happens to be in the same town.
Right.
And then the client came, and then that's a client that was in her daycare.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
Her transportation company dropped my client off and picked my client up at the daycare, from daycare to my group home. That's the kind of stuff that's what we do as nurses. Like, it's not a competition, it's collaboration.
Absolutely.
When you can collaborate, you can do way more, and it puts you further along. So that's a whole nother subject topic.
Yeah, that's good though. That's good stuff though.
Yeah, how you collaborate. And what I was thinking about when you were talking about that, and the holidays are coming, and I have two beds left available. We should do respite care.
Oh, that would be awesome.
For the holidays.
Yes.
Let's use those two. Let's talk about that after this. And let's use those two for respite care. And we'll collaborate on that. And
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. That definitely sounds good.
We can use those two as respite care, and then you can your home care if they need home care.
Right.
Bam.
Right. There it is.
I got the beds.
Right.
It's just respite care, it's just somewhere for them to go relieve their family for the holidays or whatever.
Exactly. And that's when we see a lot of families that actually realize that, that, or they will allow, but like I say, they have to know and trust the company, and we built that trust, and they know, okay, they can go here, like you said, because some families, it is sad, and some people, most caregivers, sometimes the client outlives the caregiver. And that's why, because there's so much caregiver stress. They don't have that respite. They don't have that breakaway, and then they don't want the guilt of feeling like, okay,
I let them down or whatever.
Right. Right.
With my grandfather, before he passed, he went to your daycare every day. He had dementia, And
still brings a smile to my face.
I know, Papa, I tell you. But my grandmother went through that. She went through that period of she felt so bad that she even had us taken to daycare. We could go and talk about a nursing home. You know what I mean? Yep. So she really had that like caregiver stress and strain, and then she felt guilty because she had to take him to daycare. During the day, but she needed that relief.
And she needed that. And I mean, I remember a few times, had her in my office, and us just having, that's where the dementia specialist, that's where that come out, so that I can actually talk to her about what she was going through, and that it was normal, it was okay. It was okay for her to live and enjoy, because, we got him up here. We were taking good care of him. He was enjoying himself, but it was okay for her to still enjoy. So, and that helped for a little, while, but then and then when it was time for her to move him to the next, phase, we still had that, it's okay, it's okay. And that's where the nursing and the understanding of dementia and things like that, that's where all those different wheels started turning. That's where that expert nurse
that's where it came in. That's where it comes in.
Truly wanting to help, because some people, they don't want to, they just want, they'll do everything to go against that person, but that's not who I am, as Catrina. So.
Oh wow! Oh my God! Okay, so we talked about so much. So I guess give like maybe, what would you say to someone? Let's say a nurse who's been a nurse for like, let's say 10 years or less. Excuse me. What would you say to her? What advice would you give her if she wanted? Let's say she's listening to this right now. She's like, I'm tired of working the floors. Like, I want to get off the floor. I want to open an adult daycare. I would love that. Or I want to have, a non-medical home care company, or I would love to have a transportation company. What's that one word of advice? What would you give her?
I would tell her to write it. To write down, like you say, exactly what she wants. Put it on paper. Because I do believe, we do believe in, writing things down, and they will, to manifest them. But I would tell her, to reach out to somebody, that has done it, definitely, and research it for those different areas, but not to be afraid to go for it. If you don't go for it, I mean, at the end of the day, I always know I'm a nurse, I'm an administrator. But I'm so, just even in this conversation, we know that we're so much more than that. What if I would have just stopped there and just been, okay with status quo, just, okay, this is it, just because of that fear. If you don't have fear, if you're not afraid, then something is wrong anyway. You're going to have some fear in everything that you do, because you're taking risks. Anytime you're taking risks, it gets bumpy, and it was bumpy for me. I mean, like I say, I mean, it was bumpy, but I just continued to push, and that was the thing that I said to myself every day: push. Push. I mean, physically pushing, and I mean praying until something happens. Push. And I, and I never let up on it. I never let. So that's what I would tell you: push. Go for it, and know that you can do it, even if you have to do it. Because if you are a nurse, or if you're somebody that loves giving back, then it's already embedded in you. It's already embedded in you. So and then on top of that, you're gonna get paid for doing what you love. Hello. It's not work when you get paid for doing it. You're not working. You're just doing what you love to do every day.
Yeah.
I love what I do.
I know. I can tell. Been doing it a long time. Yes. And so I guess that leads us into the next thing. So what's next? Like, what's next? Are you going to be offering mentorship? I mean, what's next?
I know. Well, yes.
You've already written a book.
I know. And I am going to be offering, definitely mentoring. I've actually been doing it along the way, but I just hadn't put everything right there like we're doing now. So, So yes, we, that's definitely, with the weight loss, because all of these things kind of work, they all work together, because you have to be holistic. In good health.
It's all holistic.
Yeah, you have to be in good health, and so by the weight loss, that actually help your that's motivation, you know. So
Confidence.
all of them are going to kind of feed off of each other, but it will be a mentorship where you can actually, you know, some people may already have their business, but they want to feel good, that they may not feel as great as they want to feel physically. You know, I can help them with that. I can help them achieve that because I have, and it's not by accident that it happened. I mean, it's just amazing that it happened. When I look back at the
Absolutely.
videos and the pictures and all, it's just amazing how it happened, you know, where I am today. So that, and definitely in helping someone to start our in-home care services, or even adult day, because, you know, like I said, people are living longer and nursing home beds are filling up. And the other thing about nursing homes now, they're transitioning into rehab, you know, rehabilitation centers. So what's happening is the hospitals are sending them into that nursing home only for rehab, while Medicare will pay 100%. Once them days are over, they're pushing you out to go somewhere else.
You only get like 100 days, 100 Medicare days,
right? They tell
right?
you 100 days, honey. Usually they 20. They're calling our company saying, you know, what are we gonna do with mom? What are we gonna do with dad? What are we gonna do with grandma?
And guess what? What better place or to you know to have? Oh my God! Wow.
Right.
Full circle.
Yeah.
When I tell you life is full circle, like I'm really in tears right now. Like life is full circle because we've always, as nurses, wanted to help people. I mean, we've been nurses since we were 18.
Right. Yep.
And how we've gone through so much in our lives, you know, raising our kids and divorce, and I mean, it's all kinds of crazy stuff.
Right.
But at the end of the day, that never left us.
Right.
Exactly. So here we are, fast forward 27 years later, you know, we're investing in real estate, you know, turning properties into group homes and things like that, at a time where the way healthcare is going, people can't afford for their loved ones to go to these nursing homes and things like that. But we have a home. You don't even have to call it a group home. That's just a name you put on it. But we have houses available. We have rooms available. We have beds available, and we have everything. We have 27 years of experience.
Yes.
And all we're doing, and instead of them paying $3,000 to $5,000 a month, they pay half of that.
Right, exactly. And
get better care, you know, and they're in a smaller environment.
Yes.
And, you know, better.
And you get, and that is much better care. It's much better care, you know, when you have that smaller group setting, because it's like, you know, then, you know, it's more like being at home. I mean, you know, we've worked those floors in a nursing home, you know, and I'm not, you know, and I'm not going to ever just completely not nursing home.
No.
That's what we were. And, you know, and some people, you know, definitely have to have that, you know, you know, and that's okay.
That type of,
But the biggest concern is people, like I say, people are living longer. So now you don't have a nursing home bed. They don't, you know, they don't have, you know, a place to put you. They have to be able to sit, you know, you have to be able to go somewhere where you're going to be safe, into a safe home. They can't, you know, they can't just leave you in the hospital. They, you know, so it's all, like you say, it's just a big circle. It's a big circle, you know, with real estate and nursing and real estate and in-home care and even adult daycare.
Transportation, adult daycare, it's all, I mean, it all ties into it. And I think that's probably why you love it so much, and it doesn't feel like a job or anything. You know, you're your own boss, number one. Let's be clear about that. It's not really a job. You're your own boss. You know, people say, I'm CEO, I'm a CEO, but you ain't a CEO of shit, really. But anyway, I mean, you got receipts. But you're your own boss, but you get up and you do it. Like, you have 2 locations, right? I'm in the
Spartanburg location right now. That's why it's a little more quiet over here. This is more of a satellite office for the in-home care. Right. But our main office, or our home office, is in Gaffney, and that's where the adult day center is.
See, there you go. I mean, hey,
I stepped out on faith to get this second location, you know, and even through a pandemic, you know, here we've kept 2 locations going, and
it's just getting better and better.
I was gonna say, and I'm so excited about how we're being fed, you know, how every day we have a referral coming in, whether it's VA or something, you know, we're growing as a company, you know, we just, you know, but we just got to have the right people, you know, to be a part of the team, you know, just actually. So that takes a lot of mentoring, that takes a lot of coaching to get the right people, you know, to be a part of the organization.
Absolutely.
That's what I always call them, my team.
It's a team. It's a team. It's a team. Everything's a team. All right. So I don't know if I forced you in it or what. I don't know. We'll see what the listeners have to say about the energy that I'm pushing off here. But I don't know. I just see you like really being in a different capacity, not really, you know, you got too much stuff inside. You can't die with all that inside of you. So it's more than writing a book. Now you're gonna have to mentor people. You know, you ain't gotta do a one-on-one. You can do mentorship groups. It doesn't matter. But you have too much inside of you, and there's a mantle that has been placed on your life, and you got to fulfill that. This is what it is. You cannot die with this inside of us. We just can't. Absolutely. So people need to look out, because not only, you know, when this airs, when everybody hears this or sees this on YouTube or whatever, they're gonna want to find links and stuff. So they're gonna know how they can stay connected with you. But you can say it now, and I'm gonna also put it in the group, but they can find you on Facebook at
Catrina Smith, Catrina with the C, Catrina Smith, or my my website is from bear to barelythere.com.
So from BEAR.
Yes.
TO. BARLEY.
Yes.
There.com.
Okay. All of my links are on there. My Instagram page, everything is connected with that page as well. So, and then with the home care, I can be reached also or you can take a look at it at that's THE Angelic HC.net or .com. And there's a lot of information on there as well.
So it's the Angelic SC or HC?
H as in like home care.
Okay, the Angelic HC.net.
Yes.
Okay. .net. All right.
And you'll see me in all my fluffiness on there, because I was kind of heavy when I did one of the videos.
Hey, that's what we call receipts, baby. That's what we call receipts. They can see, oh, she ain't playing. She really did that. So I know we got to stop, because I try not to go too long. You know, people get tired and stuff like that of listening. But
you know, I can talk all day.
I know we can talk all day, but anyway, so I want to thank you again for coming on. And again, they're going to see you in 1, 2, 3 more episodes. So
yes,
this is exciting. They're gonna see you again. Oh my God, we got some boss players that's gonna be on this episode. This is everybody I've already interviewed. So if people want more and more and more of them, I mean, we got people doing, you know, government contracting. We got, oh my God, Vicky.
That's big.
Yeah, Vicky Bugs. She does government contracts for amazing. Like the CPR stuff. I mean, it's just amazing.
That's a powerhouse conference is what I'm
telling you, this was gonna be at the water. I'm just gonna tell you that. I mean, our next episode, you know, we got one of the nurses who has an AP. She runs APD, facility. Yes.
Wow.
And they get like almost 19,000 per client per month kind of stuff. Ooh. Yeah, you ain't hear from me though. But anyway, that kind of stuff.
Wow.
So yeah, she's gonna be on that. She's coming next week.
Oh wow.
It's just
that's awesome.
Girl, you have no idea the knowledge and the stuff we're sitting on, like for real.
Oh yeah. Oh, I feel it, baby. I feel it, sis. I feel it.
Yes, absolutely.
It's you know, and it's all good. It's definitely it's all good.
And we've been doing this long enough. We need to help the younger ones to get off the floor. Yeah, we need some people on the floor to take care of people. Yes, we do. Right. But then we have people that are just entrepreneurs, you know, and they just might want a side hustle. I don't know, you know.
Right. Yeah. And you can do it. They can do it. I promise you. Like you said, we've done it, and we were, you know, side by side on the same unit. Young Rudy Coot nurses is what they call us.
I mean, we used to dress alike. Okay, the yellow scrubs. Tuesday we go. Anyway, all right, guys. I'll see y'all on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. This is Tasha. Peace out.